Hey, what's up, rock stars? It's Rox coming to you today with the review for Real Housewives of Potomac, Season 8, Episode 7. So, you guys, we are already at the middle of the season. Is that true? They're already showing the mid-season trailer, and this is only Episode 7, and that means, like, if this is the mid-season that, we only gonna have 14 episodes? Oh, my God, you guys do not know how happy I would be if it was only 14 episodes. I haven't even gotten sick of the show yet, and we're already at the middle of the season. What did I do to deserve this? Oh my God, it's been a horrible season so far. I mean, it ain't really been a good season. And the second half of the season looks like it's gonna be interesting enough. We'll see. But yeah, so far it hasn't really been nothing. I mean, I haven't hated the show, but it ain't been nothing exciting or, it's just been the same thing every week. Actually, this week, finally, we didn't have to deal with Wendy and Nneka. And that was so nice. It was so nice. But anyway, you guys, the review. Let's get to it, shall we? So the show starts with Robin crying about, the ladies all jumping on her. She feels like the ladies are making her out to be a villain when she hasn't done anything to anybody. Okay. And so the ladies are all trying to stop her from crying. And they were like, well, Robin, you just don't talk to us. You don't express yourself. And she was just like, I'm trying to take up for my husband. My husband hasn't done anything. My husband don't say nothing about you guys. And Wendy was just like, well, listen, Robin, I know exactly what you mean, because Eddie has never, he's been maligned against the women. He never talks bad about the women. He don't get involved in anything. Okay. But Eddie went through it last season. And Eddie just let it roll off of his back. Like, he didn't get all upset. And really Wendy, even though Wendy did, it wasn't to this point. Obviously, their circumstances are different, but Wendy was like, yeah, I know how you feel. So, Robin is crying, and that's making Candace upset because she's seeing Robin cry and all this. So it's all these emotions in that vehicle. Now, when they get to chicken shit, and then there was like some sort of mess up in the episode that I was watching. It just all of a sudden jumped and they were at chicken shit bingo. So I don't know what happened. But I'm hoping nothing that much happened in between that and the next scene that I saw when they were all at chicken shit bingo. And, after they had all got seated and everything, the lady comes around and gives everybody their whatever the stuff that they need. And then Ashley explains to us what chicken shit bingo is. So in Austin, it's a tradition. It's a big deal. Everybody does it. Apparently they go to chicken shit bingo, and basically it's a bingo card. It's a chicken. The chicken walks across the bingo card, and wherever the chicken shit lands on that numbered, and that's how, so it's just considering the chicken as the little piece dropper. Okay. Just a confirmation of how gross and nasty chickens are and how much they shit. So anyways, they are all seated, and child, we at chicken shit bingo, and Robin is still upset, like full red eyes, swollen face, crying, and explaining to them how she's upset about everybody being mad at her and saying that she did all this and trying to make her take accountability. And it was just like, it's her life. Like, nothing that happened had anything to do with anybody there. I told you guys last week that Robin is only just going through this because she's really paying for Giselle. There's no reason for anybody to jump on Giselle right now. Robin is the closest thing to it. Robin has been her shadow for all of the seasons that they've been on there. So that's why Robin is going through that. I truly 100% believe that. Well, I'll say 90%. I think that Robin also has put herself in this position, but for the most part, everybody is so mad. But I think that really Giselle is where folks should be upset. If they was going to be upset at all, it should have been more at Giselle and not Robin. So when Robin is crying and telling everything, then Candace starts crying. And I'm looking at Candace's face, and Candace is for real crying. It's not her normal, like, when she be crying or she just be looking up and dabbing. She's got the full ugly face cry. So this lets me know that these ladies are stressed and tired. They have been working on this show. It's not even fun for them. If you sitting here full blown crying like that, I'm just like, I know that this is just like has become work for them. It's become a job. And I felt bad for Candace because I was just like, she is really, really upset. So she starts to explain that she's hurt, that Robin's hurt, that her and Robin used to be friends. You know, she's always cared about Robin. She felt like Robin actually genuinely cared for her as well. And so she doesn't like to see Robin cry. And so that's upsetting her. And then she's crying because of just the whole situation, what they all went through. Okay. But again, they all went through it. But it was Giselle's lie that put Candace where she was. So it's still with Giselle, okay, for me. But, you know, the other ladies was just like, oh, Candace is trying to make this about her. And, you know, she's always crying, you know, like Ashley said, it's like the Oscars. Like, nobody is going to be judging you, girl, you know, so stop all this. Now, Robin gets tired of all the emotions at the table, and so she gets up and she leaves, okay? She just wants a little air. But Mia gets up and follows her out. I was just like, now, how strange is it that Mia, because Mia is so aloof half of the time that I can't even see Mia being there to be on anybody's shoulder, because Mia gonna slip a joke in there, or Mia gonna say something. She just can't never just be 100% sincere. So when Robin walks out and Mia's going after her, she calls her name, and Robin was just like, I just want to be alone. Like, I just want to be left alone. So she walks a little bit further and goes and sits on the curb. So Mia is just like, well, I don't know what to do. I mean, she don't want to talk to me. Like, you know, I'm trying to be there for her. Production is telling me to go, and now she telling me not to. So Mia just kind of standing there. Meanwhile, inside, the lady is bringing a chicken around for them to pet, and the ladies are all going crazy. You know, Karen, oh my God, don't bring that chicken over here. Don't bring it over here. I'm allergic to chicken. They're all screaming. I can't stand when women are like this. Something about it just truly irks me. It's like, it's a chicken. The chicken, somebody's holding a chicken. Nothing is going to happen to you. Okay, all that yelling and screaming. Why are you doing all of that? Now, it was different if that man would have threw the chicken at the table or something, but the man holding the table or the woman holding the chicken, y'all doing all, I was just like, oh God. And then something about Necca sitting next to Karen, and she was all in her face like, you lying, you don't like chicken, have you had any? When's the last time you had chicken? I was just like, girl, will you get out of her face? Anyways, with the chicken situation going on in there, Giselle gets up too, and she decides to walk out and check on Robin. Well, when she gets out there, she sees Mia. So she just goes up to Mia, and she was just like, what's going on? Why is she sitting on the curb? And Mia was just like, well, she says she wants to be alone. And so then Giselle was just like, I don't understand. Like, why is she on the curb? Like, what's going on? Okay. And then Giselle is upset about Candace and the fact that Candace was in there crying. Okay. As if Candace is not allowed to have emotions. They just felt like it was fake, and there was no place for Candace to do that. And I was just like, see, that's exactly why nobody can move forward, because nobody is allowed to feel anything over here. Nobody believes anything. It's just, you know. Anyway, so they're trying to enjoy themselves inside. It's chicken shit bingo going on. You know, Karen, my areola is already itching. Robin and Mia and Giselle decide to leave. Okay. Well, Robin decides to leave, and I guess Giselle and Mia are leaving with her. It's funny because Mia is actually kind of annoyed. She was just like, I thought that I was coming out today and I was going to have a good time, you know, and she was just like, you know, I think I sat down for a few minutes and then it was already time to go. And yeah, again, they're mad at Candace. She's a fraud. She's crying for no reason and all. Candace was trying to explain to the girls that, you know, she does care about Robin. That's why this is so difficult for her. And to see Robin genuinely upset has upset Candace. And Candace is all like, you know, she wants to be there for Robin. She, you know, hates this is happening to Robin, blah, 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 blah. And I was just like, Candace, wait till you find out that the other girls is in the car talking about how you a fraud and a liar and all of this. And, you know, you be on social media and you be cutting up and you be saying whatever and all of that. Like, you feeling sorry for Robin, and they over there cutting you down in that other car. Okay? So suffice it to say, at that reunion, Candace is still not going to be feeling Robin. Unless they can swing this shit around, you know, in the second half of the season, Candace is still going to be upset with Robin, because it was just like, girl, I was feeling for you, and you mean to tell me you was up there with your friends talking about me? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Candace cares, but trust me, after she see this episode, I bet you she don't again. Now, it's day 3 in Austin, and it is Karen's birthday. We see everybody getting ready for the day. Karen is on the phone with her brother. He's singing happy birthday to him. Oh, thank you, Big Daddy. I was like, is that Uncle Jessup? But no, it was the brother. Then we see Candace on the phone telling Chris what happened. You know, how she was feeling bad for Robin, how she couldn't stop crying for her and everything. Chris said that it is a lot, and Candace said that she's exhausted. I was like, you can tell. Like, it just, nobody looks like they having fun. That's the best description. Nobody, it just looks like total work now. But we're gonna see how today goes. Giselle goes down to Karen's room, and, you know, she sings happy birthday to her and all, and, you know, Karen's like, oh, I did not know that you had it in you, Jizzy. Oh, they've said some horrible things to each other over the years, but look at them now. Giselle is bringing gifts and singing happy birthday, and they've laughing and talking, and, you know, they get along swimmingly. Can't say that for everybody. And that's what Giselle wants to talk to Karen about. Okay, Giselle needs Karen to understand that there's no going back with Candace, because Candace put her and her family through hell. And I just was like, okay, yeah, your family probably did go through it, but was that because of Candace, or was that because of you, Giselle? Yeah, maybe we need to go back a little bit further and understand why Candace said what she said. Now, Candace did say some brutal things, but that's the thing. You got to understand, if you're going to come after, well, I think everybody understand now. But it took them about 6 seasons to understand that if you're going to come after Candace, then you better expect some low blow, mean ass. The girl is good with words. She's good with shade, good with throwing it back at people, good with talking bad about somebody. The girl is good at it. You do one thing to somebody, and then you can't control how they come back at you. So if you say something that you think that's not that big of a deal, but if that other person, if Candace felt like it was a big deal to her, then she gonna come back at you, and she gonna throw it all at you. Okay? And then you're gonna have to deal with the fallout. So I don't feel bad for Giselle. I feel bad that her family had to go through it. But, you know, when you sign up for a reality show, your family kind of gets dragged into it too sometimes. So, par for the course. This is what happens when you sign up for a show. I don't care that your family, I mean, what I'm saying, I'm not saying that I don't care that her family had to go through, but what I'm saying is that, like, that's part of the job. Okay, that your family could possibly get pulled under, especially when you are a Giselle character, and you know, you're one of those people that either everybody likes, either the people like you or they don't. She's very polarizing. So, but that's fine. She didn't like being called a colorist. And we won't even get into this whole colorism thing today. Y'all, I've already told you how I felt about it, and that's that. And you guys can feel how you feel about it, and that's that too. Okay, but yeah, her and Candace is a no-go on it, and she's not going to try to ever come back around talking to Candace. And Karen said she finally understood, and I told you guys this a few reviews ago, that I'm perfectly fine letting Giselle and Candace not talk. They obviously don't want to talk. And if those two are just the two that just don't want to talk, then it'll just be around each other, act like the other person is invisible. It's fine. It only gets to be a problem when everybody don't get along. Okay? But if everybody can just basically make it work, and if you got two people that just don't like each other, then it's fine. It's just two people that don't even like each other. Karen and Giselle didn't like each other for seasons, with an S on the end, plural. Okay? So, fine. They can be quiet. They can not like each other, and I would be perfectly fine with that. That don't mean that Candace needs to get iced off the show. And that's what Giselle would like for it to happen, but Candace still has too many friends on the show to let that happen. So that's why Candace is still there, okay? And what they did to Monique is not going to work with Candace. Then we see Nick on the phone. She's on the phone. She's complaining about her hair, okay, saying that it's like braiding hair or something. And then we hear Mia on the phone talking to Gordon, and Gordon is saying that the lawyer reached out. You guys know that Gordon is going after his brothers in that family business lawsuit he thinks that they owe him $500,000. Mia doesn't want him to do it. He's doing it anyway, and it's causing friction in their marriage. But whatever. It's time to go do whatever they're doing today. I think they are doing paddle boating, not boarding. So they're on their way. So they all get into separate cars. Okay. I was just like, well, we can't get vans no more. I guess not. So they get to me, when they put them in these separate cars like this, because there's such a clear divide in allies on the show, it just seems like it encourages more separatism to me. So I think the producers are trying to just like always, and they want all of this bad blood between the ladies, you know? So in one car, you got Giselle, Mia, Robin, and Ashley. And then you got Karen, Wendy, Nneka, and Candace in the other car, right? And I was just like, well, good thing Karen was over there. Y'all would have said they put all the dark-skinned people in one car, child. But, you know. So they riding out there, and they all get out there to where the kayaks are. Karen has decided that she's not going. She's like, cause my ass can't swim. Okay, so she gonna sit on the deck and she gonna watch all y'all out there in the boats. All right, so everybody is getting in their boats. They get their life jackets. They get out there in the boats, and you know, they showed quite a bit of time when they was out there in them boats. Karen was sitting on the deck. Before Candace went out on the boat, she sat down next to Karen and they were talking. She wanted to talk to Karen and basically had the same conversation that Giselle had with Karen, which was, stop trying to get us to be friends because it is just not going to happen. Okay. Candace is more concerned about Robin and Robin's feelings, but it's fuck Giselle forever. So, yeah, you know, everybody's emotional. It's been hard on Giselle. It's been hard on Candace. It's been hard on the girls. Like, everybody has just really been through it. I feel like these ladies have not had a break. And I feel like they need it. Like, I feel like Atlanta ladies get breaks, but the Potomac ladies, for some reason, it seems like they are always recording. It's the same with Love and Marriage Huntsville. It feels like them people always are recording. But I think that everybody just needs a good little break. But time is money, child, and when you get breaks, you don't get money, so they probably won't get much of one. But anyway, it's still more talk. Robin and Giselle talking about Candace and, you know, what she put everybody through and the families and all of that. You know, they just out there talking. There's even a time when they're driving the boat. Candace goes and gets the wine because they had brought wine out there. So Candace goes and gets the wine, and Karen is driving the boat and pouring wine in everybody's mouth. Candace was like, why you got red wine? I was like, girl, is there any other? But anyway, Karen was just like, you know, it's my birthday, and you know, I really would rather be out of the country, but instead she's there with the girls. Okay, so she's going to make the best of it. So, you know, I can say it was a successful time out there on the water. They actually look like they did have a really good time out there. No fights or anything. Now, when it's over, everybody's back in their vehicles. We're on our way back to the hotel. In the car that Karen is in, she's telling the ladies that she is now purchasing her grandmother's home in Surrey. I didn't watch Karen's little spin-off show that she had, but apparently her grandmother had plantation land there in Surrey, and she was trying to get it, and she finally got it. She was just like, you know, I'm going to turn it into a mini resort. And I was just like, how you gonna have a resort on your family's land and have all these people? What if the other people that live on the land don't want all this mini resort and everything? I was like, Karen, it sounds like you might still have to work out some kinks on that, okay? But Karen said she gonna have a resort area for anybody that is clamoring to get to Surrey. Where is Surrey? Is that in what? Where is Surrey? What state is Surrey in, you guys? Is it Maryland? Anyway. My grandmother was one of the only black women to own a plantation land. I hope that many other black women will follow suit. So anyway, they go back to their rooms and they're going to get ready for the dinner that evening. Okay, Robin is on the phone with Juan, and she tells us that financially, even though people would like to think that they're broke and destitute now, I was like, no, we don't. You got a show, okay? I'm sure you're getting paid for this show. But anyway, she was like, no, we're fine because, you know, they did let Juan go. However, they gave him his contract. They had to pay him out his contract. So he had 15 months left. And so he had 15 months of pay. So y'all don't need to worry about us until about 18 months, about a year and a half. If shit still be rocky, then y'all can think about us, but we good for now. But she goes on to tell them about what the ladies had to say and how Candace was upset and saying how she damaged the group from not telling them. And, you know, Juan is just like, you know, Robin, I don't want to hear this shit. Like, I'm tired of it. Why are you letting the women do this to you? It is our life. Okay, stop letting them get you all emotional and upset and all. And I was just like, damn, Robin is getting it from both ends. She trying to take up for she trying to take up for Juan with the ladies, and the ladies is going off on her. And then she's trying to tell Juan what the ladies are saying so that he don't get blindsided when he sees the show. Okay, and he yelling at her. I'm just like, boy, that Robin can't win for losing. I know she is over it. I was just like, girl, like I said last week, it's your season. This your season to go through it. And honey, they are giving Robin the blues. I didn't know it was going to last this long because this wasn't even quite as bad. No, it was bad for Karen too. That tax thing, they rode Karen pretty bad about that too. So yeah, I think that Robin is just, I'm sorry, Robin, but you got to go through it. And judging from the way all y'all felt in my comments last week, don't nobody feel sorry for Robin. Don't nobody feel sorry for her. So that's that, y'all. All right, you guys, that's it. I'm gonna get on off of here, go get this edited, get everything up to you guys. Make sure that you thumbs up the video, comment, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm Roxanne. The channel is itsrox. Everything else I do will be in the bottom bar. All right. So I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Till next time, rock stars.